double for the $27,000 first prize. In 3 matches, the TV pair averaged 218. Bowker, 37 years old. And he opens with a strike on lane 39. His first championship round appearance of this year and the 5th of his career. Ferraro today, 14 strikes, 8 spares. And that's the way it starts for Ferraro. He has had no open frames, and his games 235 and 235. That's his number this afternoon.
Definitely in a groove, Jay. He's got it going. Roger Bowker, during his practice balls before we came back for the championship match, was struggling on lane 40. And I'm surprised that he has chosen, because he has that option, he has chosen to finish on lane 40, which means that's where his 10th frame would be. Here we are in the 2nd frame. We'll get a look at, see if he's made the adjustment. He never hit the pocket in practice on this thing. Oh, that looks pretty easy. Nothing to it.
Not a problem when he put the pressure on this fella.
And here's a good look at the style. You can see he holds the ball. It takes a lot of strength to bowl this way. He holds the ball with only the one hand. Perfect position in the backswing, good knee bend, and he gets around the side of the ball, whereas the other players lift through the center to get a high roll on the ball. Roger likes to spin the ball a little bit, so you'll see his wrist will rotate around the side of the ball before he lifts. Right at the bottom, the rotation, and then the lift.
Bowker opens with 3 strikes. Ferraro trying to match him. David, 5'7", 155 pounds. Likes to pull it off and do some jogging. And the 10.
What David's known for is his ability to keep the ball in the pocket area. He's a remarkably good spare shooter, as most of the top players are, but he also keeps the ball in play on almost any lane condition. He can find a way to score. That's why he's so consistent throughout the year. He's almost always in the money any tournament he enters, and he'll make some TV shows. He's not a dominant player, but he's the kind of guy that's a scrapper. He's always there.
Ferraro down by 11. His best year was '88 when he won here, and he made 6 telecasts, won twice, won over $150,000. And another 10.
What he cannot do, and I'm sure he won't, being an excellent spare shooter, is get lazy on one of these spares, because Roger Bowker will run away from him. He'll never catch up again.
They asked Bowker, 37 years of age and 5'8" and 170, what his hobbies were. He said, I don't have any hobbies, but I happen to know he's a big Bud Light fan. He averaged 250 on the TV pair, a high game of 279 this week. Bowker, brilliant here in the early going. 15 years a PBA member, and as we mentioned, he comes out once in a while and just picks up a little cash and goes home.
Picks the pockets of the touring players and goes home, right? This guy can bowl. Don't let that part-time fool you. As you can see what he's done already. The first 4 strikes here. And remember, on this pair, $5,000 from Anheuser-Busch for a 300 game, $10,000 from the PBA for 5 in a row.
Roger bowls in a lot of regionals. His first regional title came way back in '77 in St. Louis. Ferraro finds himself down 32.
And Ferraro has had all 5 balls in the pocket, started with a double, then the 2 10 pins, and comes back with a strike. Here's another look at that last shot. Watch the swing, create the leverage from the inside. The big loft that we talked about. The reason for the loft is delay the roll, get the ball down the lane before it grips the lane. Now, if he had carried those 2 10 pins in the 3rd and 4th, we'd have a tie match instead of being 32 pins behind. But it's not over. A long way to go yet.
And the 8 pin is there for Ferraro here in the 6th.
And that's when you feel really snake bit, when you know you've made 6 great shots and only got the 1 double. The ball just, when this happens, generally the ball just hits too hard. Watch the ball go through the pins, take the 5 straight back off the 9. See that? I mean off the 8, excuse me. The ball has to deflect a little bit, and that ball didn't deflect at all. It was just rolling too hard when it got to the pin deck area. Gotta hurry.
The 7 pin won't go. Talked about the single season money record, and we've updated it. Mike Albee in '89, nearly $300,000. Voss in '88, and now Ozio. And Ozio actually is number 3 in the single season money records over the years. As that Cambridge tournament coming up out at Bally's next week. Here's our prize money, $27,000 first prize and $14,000 for second. Westlake won 6, Williams 7, and Ozio 9. Roger Bowker trying to win his 3rd PBA national title. He won in the fall tour last year at Rochester. A little high with that.
He's having a little trouble with the approaches, and on the strike ball on lane 40, when he left the corner pin in the 6th frame, he seemed to have lost his balance and set the ball down early. And here's another look at that last shot. Now watch his approach, where he seems to catch and then slip. His heel seems to catch, and then he slides again. You can see that little hesitation in the slide there, and he's not happy with how he's getting to the foul line. And that is trouble.
It is trouble. He's open here in the 7th.
How quickly the fortunes can change in a 1-game match. And here's another look at that last shot. An unusual thing for a player to hook the ball into that spare. Normally they'll throw hard and straight and eliminate the chance to chop it like that.
And Ferraro
with a big opportunity to get right back into the match, only being